a few weeks ago and had trouble with Kyler, stopping them as runners in those games. Is that something that you guys can watch? And if so, what can you take away from that?
Well, just first off, saying I think we're facing a really good Cowboys team. They play well. They've been playing well. I have a lot of respect for the players that they have. So I think as a whole, we gotta just come out and execute, kind of find out how we want to attack them this week, and just execute it. Execute the game plan coaches put together.
So Zach and then Martin.
Hey, Jalen. Quez Watkins was saying earlier that you have a lot of words of wisdom. Um, in the time we've been around you, you've used a few different expressions that have kind of caught on. Where does this come from? What's kind of the inspiration behind some of these words of wisdom you have?
Which one are you talking about, sir?
You were talking about the coffee bean last week. You've had different expressions that you've used during your time with us.
Um, I guess it's a way to uplift the guys around me. A way to uplift the guys around me. And that's all I try and do. With those sayings, I guess.
Are
Just
there
bring
other sayings
somebody
you
with
use
me.
often?
Have positive energy, and always been optimistic in anything that we do.
Are there sayings that you use often?
I'd say so. I'd say so. They definitely kind of come into play a lot, so I would.
Martin and then Rob Maddie.
Hey, Jalen, being that you guys are playing the Cowboys and you pretty much have to win, in order to keep your playoff hopes alive. I mean, for a young rookie quarterback, I mean, what is that add extra pressure to you, and kind of how do you deal with it if so?
The kind of crazy part about all of this and the mentality that I have and I think we have is it's always about us and what we do. Um, Controlling what we can and attacking everything that we do. You know, we're obviously in the situation we're in, but regardless of whatever goes down, it's about us. Not looking at the scoreboard, not worrying about anything else, anything external, but going out there and playing our best game because we have an opportunity to do that. And we play the cards we're dealt. The chips will fall as they may. We just want to play our best game this week because it's the next opportunity to go out there and play.
Rob and then Dave.
Hey, Jalen, outside the building, outside the facility, people are going to talk. They're going to say things. There's going to be rumors. There's going to be reports. There's going to be speculation. Most of it's usually nonsense. How do you personally stay away from all that? How do you stay focused on, like you said, the things that you can control and making sure you block out all the other noise? Do you stay off social media? Do you do anything specific to make sure you don't let any of the outside stuff influence you or just enter your thought process?
Yeah, I try and stay away from the rat poison.
When you say rat poison, what do you mean?
You got to ask Coach Saban. He knows a little bit about rat poison too. Um, it's all external factors. I've talked about that a little bit. External factors that uh, no good for us and what we're trying to do as a team.
Dave and then Mike K.
Hey, Jalen, we saw Quez on that touchdown kind of show his burst and his speed. You've been around him for a while now. What are your impressions of his speed, and what's the fastest you've seen him get in practice or in a scrimmage or anything like that?
Yeah, Quez can roll. I had the opportunity to work out with him, train for the combine. So we've always had a real good relationship. And along with himself, I mean, we have a lot of speed on the field, a lot of great players. So I'm very excited to get the reps in with everybody this week and go out there and hopefully have fun on Sunday.
Mike and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, Jalen, I know your dad's a high school quarterback or a high school coach. How much do you turn to him for advice, or maybe just scenarios that you could kind of play out in your head, or questions that you have throughout your career?
Um, I know my dad has a kind of different perspective on things now. I think my dad is very, happy and excited for me to have come this far. He can honestly care less about anything, win, lose, or draw, because his son is living his dream. And now he knows what I want to achieve. He knows the goals that I have. So he's in full support of those things. So I think just generally having a dad like him, a coach, all the different perspectives, I can just reach out to him on life, not just ball, but the conversations we have, they are greatly appreciated.
Jeff and then Kristen.
Jalen, you mentioned Coach Saban and how he probably was he the one who gave you the term rat poison? And second, we know Alabama is probably about, in terms of coverage and fan attention, is probably big as the NFL and the Philadelphia Eagles around here. So how were you able to block that stuff out? Because obviously you went through a lot at Alabama, and what were some examples of when you needed to do that?
Yeah, I just focus on what I need to focus on. Focus on winning, preparing, and just doing my job. Coming in here every day, head down and going to work. That's how I focus on everything.
Kristen and then Les.
Hey, Jalen, in past seasons, the Eagles have had success late in seasons with their young players, and we're seeing it again now. We look to you, Quez Watkins, Jalen Reagor, even Greg Ward to some extent. What are those conversations that you guys are having as you now step into that role again?
I think the conversations that all of us have as an offense, just me trying to get on the same page as them, and really just communicating. I love to see what they think and what they see, the opinions that they have on things, and vice versa. It's all open ears. Everybody's kind of free to spill their thoughts, and we just want to communicate those things, be on the same page as an offense, so we can go out there and play at a high level.
If I can follow up real quick, do you feel like those conversations are becoming a little bit more natural because you guys are developing that rapport with more games under your belt?
I think they've kind of always been that way. I think they've always kind of been that way. We're just getting the opportunity to play now.
We have time for a few more, so we'll go Les and then John McMullen.
Howdy, Jalen. We were talking to Mike McCarthy a while ago from the Cowboys, and he said when they were going through the draft process, they talked a lot about you and Dak Prescott being similar. Is that something you've heard a lot, that you did hear a lot in the draft process, and what do you think of that notion?
I heard it some. I have a lot of respect for Dak coming in and doing the things that he's done. I'm praying for a healthy recovery for him. But I have a lot of respect for him and his game. I always said it. Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Russell, those guys as well. So those are all a great group of quarterbacks that I love to watch play.
You don't think it's particularly apt in his case? Do you think there are a lot of similarities?
I think there's a balance. Probably of all four of those guys, you could argue. But I just try and go out there and, be the best version of myself.
Do you know him at all, Dak?
He actually hosted me on a visit to Mississippi State. So, yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Go ahead, John.
Hey, Jalen. You're a South Texas guy. How much did the Cowboys permeate down in South Texas, and how much did you know about this rivalry, or did you know much about it at all before you got here?
I learned about it very, very quickly. It's a big thing for the city of Philadelphia. Growing up in Houston, my godfather working for the Houston Texans, I was always around Reliant Stadium and now NRG down there. But it's a great rivalry, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Thanks for taking the time today, Jalen.
Thank you.